Neill, welcome back to Raith TV. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's been another week, and of course, it's a strange one. The feeling of disappointment on Saturday, having not won the game after playing so well. How do you manage to deal with that, and what was it like coming back in on Monday morning?
Yeah, it was again a bit of a frustrating Saturday night, and again I think when you look at our home games since I've been here, in Hamilton, Falkirk, and then Queen's Park, the performances have been very good, but there's been that frustration because we didn't get the 3 points. But again, reflected on the performance, looked at it, and I have to say that again the players implemented loads of what we wanted, created loads of chances, and that's part of what we've just shown them. There's been a big uptick in those areas, and I believe that we'll start seeing the rewards for it.
Absolutely. I mean, being a manager, you just must have one constant headache. You started off here as a manager with very limited resources in terms of players with what we had. Now you have got them, and when you see performances like that on a Saturday, it must make your job even harder trying to pick a team every single week to go out.
Yeah, trust me, I much prefer the issues I've had the last couple of weeks. We've been training with like 21, 22 players in comparison to the first couple of weeks where we're having to play players out of position. We've certainly not had that issue. I'm having to leave out guys that have done well. We've got competition, but as I keep telling them, if we want to be the team that we want to be, that's what it has to be like. So it's good to have those decisions, but yeah, it's never nice to let lads down. They train so hard, and they have been training so hard. But on Friday, there's only 11 that can play, and then you've got the guys that need to be ready to come on. It's up to them. It's up to them to compete for those jerseys, and it's definitely nice to have a clean bill of health by and large right now.
Absolutely. Well, the challenge of Livingston on Saturday, we're going away from home again. We're at that part of the season now where we've sort of finished the first quarter off, so everyone's played each other, everyone's had a good look at each other. So how does that make a change to how you would set up for this game?
Yeah, I think then all of a sudden you've got a little history there. The Livingston game was just prior to me taking the job, and again, it's been maybe a little bit similar even in the time I've been in charge, where that day was a performance that deserved certainly more than what they got. But now you have to look at it. What did we do well that day? What were Livingston like? And I think they might adjust. We've changed slightly since then in terms of we've got a lot of players back, but to answer your question, there's definitely a history that changes things slightly for the next game, and that will be the case across the board unless there's been drastic changes.
Do you use a lot of data analysis and things like that now? Of course, the more teams are playing, the more data that's becoming available, and reading that data and taking that information on, how big a part is that on your role and from the staff as well that you use?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, it's huge. I think we'd be fools not to use it. And again, I think it's we're not driven by it, but we use it to guide ourselves and to back up what we maybe see, or maybe it sometimes provides something different. I think one thing that we can see across the board recently is that we've had winning performances. By and large, we're doing a lot of the things that generally reflect in wins. So we believe that we're on the right track, especially in an attacking sense. I think everyone could see the first few games. The team wasn't able to show the attacking attributes for many different reasons, but we've started to show that. And I believe with people like Sam coming back and Brownie coming up to speed, he's only played his first game, they'll only get better.
Yeah, you know Scottish football very well. You're a Scottish football fan, but also you've spent a long time away from Scottish football. So getting to suss out the Championship a little bit, how important is it that having people like John Potter and the other coaching staff and players who've been in and around this league to know it and to lean on them a little bit?
Huge. I mean, you mentioned Potts. Of course, that was a big part of me coming here, was again getting to work with Potts. But the fact that he does know the league so well, he's been in Scottish football pretty much his entire career, apart from a spell at Simnun. Colin Cameron, he's managed, he's played, he knows the club. We've got players like you mentioned that have been successful at this level, so I'd be foolish not to lean on that. Then obviously I know the league relatively well, but coaching in it, you quite quickly pick things up. You can see how tight it is, so we're pretty blessed with that experience. And you know what, I think it's good to also bring new ideas into that as well, to try and give ourselves an edge.
We've got the challenge of Livingston tomorrow then. What are we expecting from them, and what are we expecting to see from Raith Rovers?
I think the best way I can sum up is that I think it doesn't matter when you go to Livingston, and this is a compliment to Davy, is that whether you're flying high, you're down the bottom, Livingston's tough, and it's a tough game because They're well organised, and they've got some really good players. They've obviously just been in the Premier League for a long time, so they're not going to give you anything for free. So the first things you have to do before anything else is you have to compete. You have to run hard, you have to win tackles, run back, track them, all those things. But I want to see what I've seen. I want to see what I've seen in the past 2 or 3 games. I want to see more of it. I want to see us playing our game, and I want to see that over not just Saturday but for over the next 3 games. As I say, there's been a huge up curve in a lot of the attacking side of things, and we want to just keep adding that and then just converting all those great bits of play that we've had. But we know we need to do the first part against a very well organised Livingston team.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping to see that as well, and good luck for tomorrow.
Good man, cheers Graham.
Thank you.
Thank you.